Okay, so what we're doing today is rebuilding a portion of our fence. What I just showed you is an apparatus I've put together to help pull up broken off fence posts. So what I'm using here are 3 4x4s that are going to be fence posts. So I'm able to build like a little TP or A-frame here, hook a come along to it and some chain and a bolt in the middle, and then down to it where I basically bolt that chain onto the broken off fence post. Okay, so what we're looking at now are just the tools that you're going to need to do pull a post, you know, the way that I've done it. So we've got our come along here. I've got the drill over here with the drill bit. What I did there is just drilled a hole down the broken off post so that this bolt will go in a lot easier. So it's just, you know, a big hairy thread on that bolt. You can get that at any hardware store. I think I got most of my stuff here at Home Depot. But a piece of chain, you're going to need 2 pieces actually, one for the bottom end of the come along and then one for the top end where it hooks onto the A-frame. You need a special length so that you can, you know, put your chain together. And obviously you hook it in and size it so that it takes up the slack in the come along. I've got my ratchet here to help drive that bolt down into the wood. A couple big crazy washers just to make sure that the chain doesn't pull out around the head of that bolt. And then, yeah, now like you've already seen that, but we're using 3 posts because the tripod is a lot easier to use on uneven ground. Up top, here's the other piece of chain that I was talking about, and I've just used a piece of all thread and some washers and nuts. And obviously you drill some holes through here, make them big so that it gives you some slop and some room. But washer and nut on both ends. It will ruin that piece of all thread. Obviously you can see that it's bent, but you know that's pretty cheap for consumable parts. And then at the end, when you've got all your posts pulled up, you can use the post from the tripod as your new fence post. So the only thing that you're consuming and not using again is that piece of all thread. Everything else you can use next time. So what I've done is cleared a little off the top, the dirt, get that out of the way because it'll pull up easier when that's gone. And then I'm just going to show you how easily this thing will pull up as soon as I start cranking on the come along right there. Okay, here we go. I can already see it coming up. So basically pretty simple. It comes up nice and easy, and now I just undo the screw and then we're all done. And then the hole is still there. I didn't have to make a huge hole, so I can reuse that hole if I want to. But here you can see after it's already done, the hole's pretty decent. I mean, it's not big and crazy, so you can still reuse that hole. You don't have to fill it up with too much extra concrete to get the job done. But it pulls it up nice and simple. Alright, so posts are planted. You'll notice that by the house, by the structures, I have metal posts. And I did that just because I don't like planting posts or digging up posts near houses. So the metal posts should last a lot longer than those wooden posts. So hopefully next time something needs to be replaced, it won't be those posts. I would do the entire fence with metal posts, but they're just a little more expensive. So these wooden posts here and that wooden fence will probably last longer than I'm at this house, so that's good enough for me. My gift to the next guy is that he won't have to do the ones by the house. So there you go. Happy fence building.